Man, you are a passionate group of people out there. Every single day I get new comments on every video saying you should talk about the iPhone SE 2. If that's even what they'd call it, I don't think they would. But you guys are very passionate about keeping around a 4-inch iPhone because you don't want to make that big switch that we made 2 years ago with the iPhone 6, that displays can be bigger and phones can be bigger. No, you want your phone to be premium, but have that same build as an iPhone 5. But now you want it to have a follow-up. You want a change made to your 4-inch phone, so you like the form factor, but you don't want it to look like the iPhone 5 anymore. You guys need your own clan name. Like, we have the Apple Sheep, we have Fandroids, iPhone SE Loyalists. You guys couldn't make up your own term. You can talk about it in the comments below. The 4-inchers, well, that might be taken wrong. iPhone 5 Loyalists. That's kind of on the nose, but I don't know. Think of something down there. Is Apple, in fact, working on an iPhone SE 2, if that's even what they'd call it? I don't think they would. SE, if you didn't know, stands for Special Edition, and that's kind of the thing about Special Edition iPhones is that they're special. Typically, that means they're kind of a one-time thing. I almost wonder if Apple did that just to fill up time in their keynote. They figured, hey, well, people like the 4-inch iPhone. That's like 30% of our users, and we have all the parts to keep manufacturing an iPhone 5, so let's just swap out some of the parts. So they just put in the new camera, they put in better processor and all that, and then everyone went nuts for it. I'd like to see the stats because that was a long time ago. I think that was March of 2016 when they unveiled that iPhone SE, and I want to know if the sales for it like compared or even competed with the iPhone 6s and 7 a little bit. Maybe it stood a chance, but it's quite possible that, hey, people bought it, but it wasn't the most top-selling iPhone for them, and it wasn't even that close to being it, so they just figured, yeah, we don't need to continue this. I understand that's upsetting. I wish Apple had all the money they needed to do everything they wanted, and they could just unveil new things and refresh them all the time, but they gotta put their money where they're gonna get money back. However, that image I showed earlier on my channel for the iPhone 7s, a lot of people pointed out that that could be a redesigned SE. The glass on the back is narrower, and it has that single camera, and of course, nowhere on that paper that it was sitting on top of did it have a name, so it's impossible to tell, but maybe it is. And if so, does that mean they're going to give the iPhone SE a 2017 refresh, as in literally giving the whole back an Ion X glass panel? Meaning, yes, the next generation could have wireless charging. Perhaps that's why we don't see a camera bulge on that glass back, is because it's designed to be the next iteration of a 4-inch iPhone. Perhaps the flash is now vertically aligned instead of horizontally because they added that iris scanner and 3D face unlock on the front and they needed more room. I think it'd be great to keep that iPhone 5 form factor, but still narrow the bezels a little bit. Get us up to a 4.2 or 4.3-inch display. I think the next step we should definitely make with the SE could be a Taptic engine. 3D Touch is excellent, and of course the SE already has live photos, you just have to press and hold. If we could transfer that iPhone 7 style home button, the solid state one that doesn't actually move, put that onto the SE, it could be easier to have better waterproofing. Just so we make this little 4-inch iPhone a lot more capable and more on par with the current iPhone 7s. Now, of course, you know, in my opinion, if I had the choice, I would say remove the headphone jack, which of course would upset people all over again, but we want them to be like the iPhone 7s, make them like the iPhone 7s. Or maybe if Apple wanted to keep a certain division of the market that wants to leave them because they removed the headphone jack, that could be their backup plan. The next generation of the iPhone SE will keep the headphone jack. That way, certain Apple customers won't leave for Android because they'll be like, oh, I can still have iMessage and a headphone jack. Okay, good phone. And of course, it would be great if we brought over stereo speakers. They embedded a very powerful front-facing speaker into the earpiece on the iPhone 7. It'd be very simple to bring that over here. It's plenty loud, and I still think it's a great advantage over other Android smartphones. And I do listen to music quite often just through the regular speakers on my 7 because it is plenty loud and I get fairly decent quality out of it. So I think the iPhone 5 loyalists out there would love it. It's also rumored that the 3 smartphones coming out in September are going to sport True Tone displays, like the 9.7-inch iPad Pro, so bring that over too. That's why I don't understand people who get really excited about the iPhone SE. It's always about yesterday's tech. It's always about technology that we already have, just fitting it into a smaller form factor, which I guess Apple would appreciate the challenge. They like to make things as small as possible. And the iPhone SE is the extreme version of that because they're fitting all of these premium features they usually put in their flagship smartphones into now a very small form factor. But now, of course, should they? Absolutely. Will they? I kind of doubt it, given we haven't seen a lot of rumors. I'm still confused that we have all these leaked iPhone 8 CAD files, leaked manufacturing parts and blueprints, but not a single 7S. I feel like if they're going going to sell a bunch of iPhones this year, they should probably be in production on the 7S already, which is why I thought that glass panel that leaked was a 7S, but now people are saying it's an SE, and I just feel like that was a one-time thing, you guys. Really sorry about that, but if you want a newly remastered SE that's like all modern and has different specs, you should probably just buy an iPhone 7. It's really great. You'll get used to the extra 0.7 inches on the display. Not that bad at all. And to be honest, it'll be quite redundant for Apple to unveil a 4-inch iPhone when their premium iPhone 8 edition smartphone is going to be in a smaller form factor already. Given I think the iPhone 8's coming in one size, it'll be the same size as a regular iPhone 7, not a Plus. So if they made an SE, just had the two form factors that are slightly different, I don't think they'd do that. I think they're gonna tell everyone to buy that edge-to-edge iPhone 8 because that has a small form factor, that has all the best features. That's where all their money and investments are going. I don't think they want to find a difference between those two very similar form factors. What would you like to see in a refresh of the iPhone SE? I definitely would not be buying one, but I understand you loyalists out there. I definitely think it sucks when my demographic of the Apple spectrum does not get treated, and I hope you can forgive them for it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is your Apple Ship here, and I will see you in the next one. Also, live streaming today. Be here. It's Tuesday. We're bringing that back. Be ready.